morning to everyone. Yesterday we were discussing about the lesson, the best Christmas present in the world. This lesson is written by Michael Marker. Yesterday we were discussing about how the author was in a search of Mrs. Jim Macpherson to give her letter back to her. The author got that letter from that roll top desk which was completely damaged, and the author repaired that and got the letter in a tin box and got read and got to know what happened between Miss Jim Macpherson and Connie. The conversation what took place between these two persons was being read by the author, and at final the author wanted to hand over that letter to the person to whom it was belonged to. So what this author did, he was in a search of Mrs. Jim Macpherson. What he had done? I found Burlington House nursing home easily enough. There were paper chains up in the hallway, and a lighted Christmas tree stood in the corner with a lopsided angel on top. What happened? When he got the address of Miss Jim Macpherson, that actually she was taking rest treatment in a nursing home. Why? Because she got hurt from the fire. So she was taking a treatment in a nursing home. That nursing home was in a Burlington House. So he went to that place, and what happened there? There were paper chains up in the hallway, and a lighted Christmas tree stood in the corner with a lopsided angel on top. What happened? They arranged the Christmas. It was the duration of the Christmas festival. So they arranged a Christmas tree and lights up everything. I said I was a friend come to visit Miss Macpherson to bring her a Christmas present. What he said to that person, he said that I have come here to visit the Mrs. Jim Macpherson and I am her friend. I could see through into the dining room where everyone was wearing a paper hat and singing. What the author had seen, he had seen that the people were gathered together, and what they were doing, they were singing, and they had a paper hat on their head and they were singing. Why? Because it was the duration of the Christmas Eve. The matron had a hat on too and seemed happy enough to see me. The matron means the in charge, means the person who is taking care of that house, Burlington House. Matron. Who is taking care of that house. The matron had a hat on too and seemed happy enough to see me. The matron felt happy to see this author. She even offered me a mink pea. Mink pea means it's a kind of a sweet. Means pea. It's a kind of a sweet which they are offering during this festival, Christmas festival. This sweet was offered by this matron to the author. She walked me along the corridor. Miss Macpherson is not in with the others. She told me she is rather confused today, so we thought it best if she had good rest. She has no family, no one visits, so I am sure she will be only too pleased to see you. What matron said that now actually Jim McPherson is not in a good condition, and she's out of, like, she's lacking in thinking, and she's not getting her memory properly, like flashbacks properly. So what this Matram said that it is I think it is better to let her take rest. So if she see you but also may she cannot recognize or know, so only you can see her. So I am sure she will be only too pleased to see you. What this Matram said that maybe McPherson will pleased to see you. She took me into a conservatory with wicker chairs and potted plants all around and left me. What this Matron did? She took the author towards the McPherson where she was. The old lady was sitting in a wheelchair, her hands folded in her lap. Now the time came to the author to meet a person whom he wanted to meet from many days. The day has come finally. The old lady was sitting in a wheelchair. That old lady, who is that old lady? Old lady now. The old lady is Jim McPherson. Jim McPherson is the old lady was sitting in a wheelchair. Why? Because she got hurt from fire incident, and now she was 101 years old. So she was weak and tired. So she can't able to walk and speak properly. Her hands folded in her lap. She had silver white hair pinned into wispy bun. That you can see her silver color and how she had pinned her bun. That all you can see in this picture. She was gazing out the garden. Hello, I said. She turned and looked up at me vacantly. What she did? She was gazing out at the garden. She sat on the wheelchair and she was gazing out at the garden. Why? Because no one was there around her to spend the time. So what she did? She was gazing at the garden. Hello, I said. She turned and looked up at me vacantly. Happy Christmas, Connie. What she said when this author said that, hello, Miss Jim McPherson. When she heard hello from this author, what she thought? She thought that her friend Connie has come to her. Just actually the person who was standing in front of her was the author. But what Jim McPherson thought that he was her friend Connie. I went on. I found this. I think it's yours. What he said? Yes, I found this letter. So I think this letter is belonging to you. So I have come here to hand over this letter to you. Who said like this? Author. As I was speaking, her eyes never left my face. I opened the tin box and gave it to her. What this author did? He opened that tin box and he wanted to give that letter to Jim McPherson. That was the moment her eyes lit up with recognition and her face became suffused with a sudden glow of happiness. When the author had given that letter to Mrs. Jim McPherson, how did she felt? She felt very happy to see that letter. Why? Because she thought that the person who is standing in front of her was a Connie, but actually the person who was standing in front of her was the author. By seeing him, she thought Connie has come and Connie himself is giving letter to me. I explained about the desk, about how I found it, but I don't think she was listening. What author said? That author started telling that how he had got that letter, from where he got, when he got, everything he started to she was not in a condition to listen what the author is telling. She was so happy to see that letter. She said nothing but stroked the letter tenderly with her fingertips. What she did? She stroked that letter with her fingertips. But she did not speak even a single word to this author. Suddenly she reached out and took my hand. Her eyes were filled with tears. What she did? Suddenly what she did? She reached out and holded author's hand. Her eyes were filled with tears. She started crying. Why? We'll see next. You told me you would come home by Christmas, dearest, she said. And here you are, the best Christmas present in the world. Come closer, Jim, dear, sit down. What she did? She holded the author's hand, and what she did? She started asking the questions to author. Why? Because she thought the person who is standing in front of her was the Connie, but actually he was the author. So what she said, you told me you would come home by Christmas, dearest, she said. And here you are the best Christmas present in the world. Come closer, Jim, dear, sit down. When this MacPherson holded the author's hand and said that you told that you would come to my home for Christmas celebration, but you failed to do it. So to the reply to this question, what this author said that, see, here your presentation is the best Christmas presentation in the world. I have brought the best Christmas presentation in the world. Just take it. Come here, Jim. Sit down. I sat down beside her and she kissed my cheek. What she did? She kissed Jim. I read your letter so often, Jim. Every day I wanted to hear your voice in my head. It always made me feel you were with me. What happened? I sat down beside her and she kissed my cheek. I read your letter so often, Jim. Every day I wanted to hear your voice in my head. What? The author started to tell that. Author started that every day I have read your letter and I wanted to meet you, to know what is the real or a factual or like point, factual thing. What is a factual thing? That you expressed in the letter. It always made me feel you were with me, and now you are. Now you are back. You can read it to me yourself. What they are telling? Now I am with you, and what is there you can share with me now without any hesitations and without any confusions. Whatever is there in your mind, we both can share. Would you do that for me, Jim dear? I just want to hear your voice again. I would love that so much. And then perhaps we'll have some tea. What this author said that, Jim dear, I want to listen your voice. So can you speak a few words for me, or can you read the letter for me? Why? Because I just want to listen your voice. I love your voice much. And then perhaps we'll have some tea. I have made you a nice Christmas cake, marzipan all around. I know how much you love marzipan. What this author said at last. When you first start talking something or reading something, why? Because just I wanted to hear your voice. So why? Because I love your voice much. So just you start speaking or reading something by when I will hear that voice and when I feel happy, and after that we perhaps will have some cup of tea. So after that everything what this author said to Mrs. Jim MacPherson, he said that I have made myself a best Christmas cake which you like most, that the cake name was marzipan. What is the cake name? Marzipan. Marzipan cake. Mrs. Jim McPherson was liking this marzipan cake a lot. So what this author had did, author brought marzipan cake to the McPherson has the best Christmas present in the world. I know how much you love marzipan. What the author said, that I know how much you love this marzipan cake. How he comes to know, how the author comes to know. How means when the author had read the letter which was written by Mr. Jim McPherson to Connie. In the letter which she had written to Connie, in that letter she expressed everything about her likes, dislikes, and his Connie and their friendship, their everything, or the time which they spent together, everything she shared in her letter. So when the author had read that letter, he comes to know that this Mrs. Jim McPherson likes this cake most. So what he did, the author, he made that cake and brought to Mrs. Jim McPherson for the celebration of Christmas. So this author called this as the best Christmas present in the world. Do you think is this the best Christmas present in the world? Yes, of course. Why? Why means Mrs. Jim McPherson had written letter to Connie, and in that letter she explained about how she celebrated her Christmas Eve with the Fritz. But unfortunately, that letter, that envelope cover, that tin box got picked up by the author. If the author was not he could not read that letter if he could not open that. But unfortunately, what happened? He opened that and he read that letter, and then by that time he came to know the friendship between these two people and the war which taken place, the football war which taken place with the Fritz. So in that letter, when the author was reading in that letter, this author came to know that this Mrs. Jim McPherson likes the marzipan cake most. So by that, what this author did, this author actually wanted to give presentation to Mrs. Jim McPherson. So he struggled a lot to get her address, and he went on to that place and he met her, and he convinced her, and he had given a best Christmas present in the world. What is the best Christmas present in the world according to this author? The cake, the marzipan cake, which was liking most by this Mrs. Jim McPherson. So if time comes, you can also get best present from your family members, cousins, whatever. So might have you got already some presentations, or in future you can get. Okay. Here we stop the lesson.